وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. عبيد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على نبي مصطفى وبعد. ما شاء الله, today is the 12th day of the month of Dhul Hijjah, and we're going for throwing the Jamarat again. This is what Allah the Almighty is referring to in the ayah. فَمَنْ تَعَجَّلَ فِي يَوْمَيْنِ فَلَا إِثْمَ عَلَيْهِ وَمَنْ تَأَخَّرَ فَلَا إِثْمَ عَلَيْهِ لِمَنِ اتَّقَى. So it is permissible to throw the stones for the day and then leave soon after, as long as you leave before Maghrib. If you leave before Maghrib and your plan and your intention is not to come back, then this is permissible. So that means you only stayed for a couple days, which is unlike their temptation, because they're saying نحمده سيدي سمع الوضاع والبس الخوذة وشمر يا مشمر والبس الخوذة وشمر يا مشمر والبس الخوذة وشمر يا مشمر والبس الخوذة وشمر يا مشمر. تحية للأمير من الأمير. A lot of guards. Here, stones of the Jamarat. As you see, how many floors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. The ground floor and 4 upper levels. MashaAllah. Huge, huge. Yesterday the number was fewer because I delayed my throwing the stones until it was close to sunset, because I was also planning to spend the night though. But now, and since I'm planning to do ta'ajjul, which is inshallah today will be my last day in Mina, some people would remain until tomorrow. I think this is my first time to do ta'ajjul, but in this particular hajj, I'm trying to show the viewers and those who perform in hajj, it is definitely and perfectly okay to choose otherwise, especially when there is a huge crowd or whenever any of you is not feeling well, and especially with the return of the outbreak of COVID. So minimizing the contact with people like in tents and so on is really recommended. So in any case, alhamdulillah, today I'll be throwing the stones, 3, beginning with the small one. I will show you right now. Right there, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're talking about 600 meters or so, inshallah. And after I throw the stones, I want to share with you something quite interesting, which is up until yesterday, I used to think the final Jamra of Al-Aqaba, which is Jamratul Aqaba Al-Kubra, the major one, is part of Mina. Until an elderly man
Saudi from Mecca, who lives in Mecca, who lives in Mecca very well.
an elderly man who's local approached us and he confirmed. We were just hanging around as you saw that we were throwing the stones on the rooftop. So the breeze would kind of okay, better than the ground floor. So we're waiting for some friends. So he approached us and he brought our attention that, hey, this is not part of Mina. And to be honest with you, I never knew that before. Because I was not really concerned of staying there, but first time happened last night. So those who are performing hajj, make sure when you throw the stones, the third stone is not part of Mina. So when you're required to spend most of the night in Mina, you gotta return back to Mina. You gotta say, but like I thought, some of the tunnels, even after Mina, 500 meters after Mina, it says borders of Mina, correct? Because it is not like a square, rather it is a triangle. So with a sharp angle from that sign all the way to Mina, which excludes or takes out of the consideration the third Jamra or Jamratul Aqaba al-Kubra. Bottom line, we're not taking a geometry class, but make sure, inshallah, whenever you're performing Hajj, when you throw the stones, you turn around and you go back to your tent. Very important and valuable piece of information is, if any of you doesn't have a place to stay in Mina, and he's not allowed to hang around, then you can stay in your hotel and you're not blameworthy, even without the requirement of paying a fidya. And you know the fidya is not a payment of money, which is rather a slaughter and a sheep. It must be distributed entirely among the poor people in Mecca. To be honest with you, I've been thinking about it. Would still there be any poor people after, like we have million people here now? If everyone out of the million people offers one hajj without a fidya, so we're talking about millions of tons of meat. So a lot of that goes to the local people. I'm just, thinking out loud with you. But may Allah enrichen all the poor out of His bounty. Ameen. I think we're ready to make the U-turn. Yeah. MashaAllah. I feel also pity for those guys standing all day long. But alhamdulillah, people have been generous to them. And this is their season. May Allah accept from all of us. May Allah accept from all of us. This is Mina. As you see far away, there are two minarets. There is distance between them. This is called Masjidul Khayf. Okay? This is where the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam spent the night and he stayed in Mina. Can you see? See the minarets? And now we're entering, going with the flow. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Walillahi alhamd. Waves and waves of people, mashallah. Magnitude of people. Okay, watch this. Here is the first Jamra. You can throw from any direction, but the Sunnah is what we're going to do right now. Okay? And that's why you'll find the right side is a lot busier and has a greater crowd. Many people know the sunnah, mashallah. Oh. خدت بالك انت؟ MashaAllah. What we're going to do is 7 pipples. Here is the size of the chickpeas, like this. Here. This is what we're going to do. Yes. And we're going to approach that cautiously. You don't want anyone to throw the stones at you, rather. Bismillah. Or being extra cautious, very careful. This is Jamratul Aqaba al-Kubra, Subra, sorry, the minor one. Really busy. Can you imagine there are 5 stories? 5 stories. Indonesians, Malaysians, Turks, people from every background. So I'm bringing you as close as possible to see how we do it. And now I just have to shut it down though.